Good morning, FlossTube. This is Sandy the Sunroom Stitcher, and it is 10:50 a.m. on January 27th, Saturday. Hubby's at church, and when he gets home, we're going to go out and have lunch. So I'm excited about that. I know it's been a while since I've had a video out. My heart's just not been in it, and so I don't know how often I'm going to post videos this year. I'm trying to really focus on stitching, and so got some, I think it's fun stuff to show you today. And I do want to give a shout out to 2 new subscribers, and one is, hold on, sorry, I thought I had this all ready to go, but apparently I flubbed up. Florence White. Hi Florence, welcome to my channel, my FlossTube channel. And Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, hi, welcome to my channel. You're missing some beautiful weather here in Kansas City. So yeah, it's gorgeous outside. The sky is beautiful blue. Sun is shining. The critters are all over the backyard, and just gorgeous. So let's get to it. I have 2 finishes so far this year. Let me take these off. And I'm pretty proud of that. They're small, but that's okay. This is a little house needlework, and I stitched it with the recommended threads on a 28 mushroom Lugano. Yeah. And I had the first time in the world stitching this blessed little snowflake up here, and I ended up, I think I tried 7 times, and the 7th time I got smart and I just gridded the area. That worked. I also had the top like 2 stitches up, and I had to tear it out and go down 2, because otherwise the border wouldn't have come out right. And this little green this is sort of funny, this little green dot right there, I had stitched that as soon as I did this border, which was the first thing that I stitched, the brown border, and then I stitched that little green dot. And I'm working on the tree and the snow and the cardinals and stuff, and I look down and I'm saying, what is that on my fabric? And I'm trying to pick at it, going, looks like a booger. And I felt so silly when I realized it wasn't a booger. Anyways, I thought that was sort of funny, but I really enjoyed stitching this, and I can honestly say everything is perfect on this, with the exception of 1 French knot. It's sort of lopsided, it looks lopsided, but I was meticulous in stitching this, which I guess maybe I'm sort of a sloppy stitcher, but anyways, and I got my practice with the pin stitch. I call it the fly stitch, but I didn't want these the little boogers. I didn't want there to be carrying threads that showed up on the front of it, so I used the pin stitch on it. And so anyways, and I am going to do the February one, hopefully in February. But I had gone up to Hobby Lobby and I found this wall hanging, and I'm not into this cotton stuff, so I'm gonna pull it out, and I think that I'm going to mount this like I did my birthday tart with magnets on the back, a la Priscilla, and that way I can change the months. But anyways, yeah, I really do like this. And I thought I could spray paint it too, or maybe distress it like they do the shabby chic stuff. But anyway, so that was my first finish, and I actually started it on the 28th of December at 6:18 in the evening, and it was done on the 12th of January at 10:35 p.m. So, yeah. The second thing I did, I stitched. This is a gift. This is going to be a gift for my dear friend Leslie. Hi, Leslie. I love you. And it's Pray More for my boys. It's a freebie. And while I'm thinking of it, if you stitch any of your freebies, the freebies from the links that I've provided, if you want to send an image to me, I've got a page on my blog with all the freebies. Well, right now there's just one up there, but this one's going to go up soon. And just send me the particulars, like the fabric that you used and stuff like that, and I'll very much post it up on the board. So my email address is in the links. It's pink-crickets@hotmail.com. This is an old freebie. I don't know that it has a date on it. But I picked this up at Rainbow on the Prairie in Wakarusa, Kansas, and they've been gone for 25 years. They closed. That was my favorite shop. It was in a little town and in Kansas, and south of Topeka, and she was in a house, and there was like a utility barn in back of the house. She had cross-stitch stuff in every room of the house, and that was the first cross-stitch store whose bathroom I saw had the bathroom filled with shop models, so you could shop while you were doing your business. But also in the utility barn, she had stuff. She had an amazing shop, and one room of the house was just devoted to fibers, and one to fabric, and I loved her shop. So anyways, that's where this came from, and I got off on a little tangent there. But the Pray More, it's 42 by 66, and I stitched it on 28 count Quaker linen from Zwigart, and it's pearl gray, and I stitched it with Old Willow hand-dyed threads. American Quaker Gold, Shackwell wine, and grape soda. And the wine color is the red color, and that actually was a linen thread. And I don't know if any of you have stitched with linen thread before. DMC used to have linen threads. I don't know if it's still available. And I honestly didn't know that Old Willow had the linen threads too. So I just picked it up because I have a drawer full of it, and they are not making Old Willow threads anymore. And that's a shame because I loved the colors. They were very rustic colors, I'll call them, for lack of a better word. Unlike bright candy pastel colors like the 6-strand sweets were. And but the linen thread, I enjoyed stitching with it, but it has some of the parts of the thread are bigger, wider in diameter than others. I guess because it's a natural fiber, and it can have schlubs on it. But yeah, the Shackwell wine was the linen thread, and I'm going to actually finish this in a la Priscilla way for Leslie. And I got this for 40% off up at Hobby Lobby. It was $4.99, and so I got 40% off of it. But it is the sweetest little tray, and it's 9.5 by 5.5 and 2.25 inches. I don't know what's 2.25. Certainly it's not the side, although that's what they say. Maybe from here to here. But can you see that embossed heart in the center? And it's like a sage green. I think that's so sweet. I'd like to go back and get another one for myself. But I found at Hobby Lobby, they had a discount wall with fabric in it. And they had this calico, this green calico. And I got a yard of it. It was $2 a yard. So I really do like that. And I bought also some flowers that were on sale, and just make up a little flower pick to add to it. But this is going to go on here. And I am waiting for my rotary cutter to come in the mail. It should come Wednesday. But someone said that you can cut the foam cordboard better with a rotary cutter. And I thought I had one, but Lord knows where it's at. I'll probably run across it one of these days. But I liked this idea, and this was just one I thought up. It's all the information about Pray More. And I started it on the 12th of January at 11:35, and I finished it on January 15th at 10:50 a.m. And I stitched it as I was watching The Curse of Oak Island. And also these things happened while I was stitching it. The false missile alert in Hawaii happened on the 13th when I was stitching, and it was cold and it snowed while I was stitching it, and Orrin was on vacation, a staycation. He stayed home while I stitched it. So I like that. I like that idea indeed. And this is what I'm working on now. And this is the Stitch Along with Amanda. Hi, Amanda. And it's the Snow Diaries, the free design. Yeah, I'm stitching really slow on it, but I do expect I will have this done by the end of the month. And this is the third piece. This will be the third finish this year. And this is the Joyful World February freebie from the Snowflower Diaries. It's 99 stitches wide and 73 inches high. I started it on the 15th of January at 7 p.m. It's stitched on Silk Weaver's Solo 28 count even weave. And it is a one-of-a-kind color. It's similar to 3817, DMC 3817 in Celadon Green. And I'm using the DMC colors that it calls for. But I love that color. Of course, it was in my fabric stash. And I have, to finish this border down here, I have the two ducks, the mallard ducks, the male and female ducks, and then the orchids or violets to stitch right here. But I think it's really pretty. And this also could go on this metal thing. So that's my alley. Being the good, alert watchdog that she is. So we're going to work on that today. And so that's it. Ah. So I do have I did purchase a little bit of stash. I got this Lizzie Kate Stitch Every Day, and I had seen it finished in a really cute way. It was finished as, and it had a calendar, like a tear-off calendar on it, and I would like to do that. So I purchased that. Lizzie Kate K95. It has the fabric in it. It's a kit, but and the buttons, and the pattern, but no floss. So I also ordered this. This is Pine Mountain Holy Night Snapshot. Now I think these are monthlies, but I'm not going to. I just liked it because it was looks like a postcard of the Nativity. And I thought that was really cute. I really like the Three Wise Men. And I waited over a month for this. This is from Hand Dyed by Steph, and this is for the chalkboard series. The snowman, the winter, and the autumn. Winter is the Let It Snow Bungalow, and sunflowers something. But I bought a yard of the slate because I knew that I was going to do those two, and also her Chalk on the Farm series for this year. That first one should be coming out in February, I believe she said. But this is beautiful. It really is. And it does have a little bit of a purpley cast to it. You can't really see it, I don't think. But you can see the variations of the colors. So I'm ready to start that because I do have all of the threads for that, the floss. And something I wanted to, I got this. This was my World of Cross-Stitching magazine came, my first one. I was afraid I wasn't going to get it because I'd ordered it so long ago. But it came with a free gift, and it's this like a little stitching journal. And it's cute. It's got like 12. Yeah, it's got 12 patterns in it of the tattered teddies. So I have been writing a little something in it every day. Yeah. I have to fill in yesterday. But anyways, I really like this magazine. I think it's got some cute little patterns in it. Let's see if I can find one that I really like. They've got birds in here, lots of birds. You could do those for cards. And swans and stuff. And what else? This fairy, this is by, I believe this is Shannon Christine Designs. Got a cute little fairy in there. I love Shannon Christine Designs. And let's see. What else? Oh, she had these little sayings for greeting cards. And I thought that was cool. So, yeah, I was really pleased with this. And I really do like the little stitching journal. That's really cool. Then I was just going through some of my stash, and I had this Joy in the Journey from Leisure Arts, and I was sort of looking at it, and I paid $6 for it. And then I looked down and it says by Diane Williams. Little House Needleworks, folks. All of these designs are Little House Needleworks. And I think there's like 6 of them, so they were $1 a piece. And they really are cute. I like the ladybug one, which is right here. And I like, there's one. I really like this one, The Lord is My Shepherd. But I thought that was a treasure because you can't even get one of her regular patterns now for $6. So yeah, and let me see if there's a year on this. 1999. So that's 19 years ago. I also found my Peggy Dickey's Memories in Miniature. And I probably mentioned her before. I know I've told you that I have stitched something for my mom, and it was I don't know if you can see, it's not real clear, but it's two little kids jumping on a quilt bed. And it reminds me of the story of Rick and me on Christmas Eve. And I know you, yeah, that's a better shot, but anyways, I thought that was really cool. So, in other things, that Shar sent me some patterns for giveaways, and she sent me the Lizzie K Prayer of St. Francis, which I love. And she also had tucked in 2 needle minders. Aren't they cute? And that was so sweet, Shar. Thank you so much. I'm not quite sure where the Prayer of St. Oh, I bet I know where it's at. That's not it. No. I really thought I could put my hands on it very quickly. Alas, I was wrong. That's never happened before. So, anyway, that one thing I did want to mention is the tag contest. We're going to defer that to a later time, perhaps. But yeah, I really honestly this year want to focus on my stitching because that's what I love. And I'm hoping I should be hearing, hold on just a moment please.